What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks. I'm your host, Marcus. Welcome to Marcus Speaks Live. So, I want to get through a few things first before we get into today's topics. I just want to get through a couple promotional things, and then we can head on over to these stories. Check this out. If you see what's at the bottom of your screen, I thank you for being here. Welcome. As well, could you please like this video, share this video, and if you're new, subscribe please, and hit that bell icon so you can get all of my notifications each time I go live. Now, I do a little thing called Marcus Speaks Play on Fridays. It's a game stream if you're familiar with other gamers that stream their games. I do the same thing. Marcus Speaks Play is on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. ish, 6:30 ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because for some reason I can't seem to get here all the time. So just like today, I had a problem getting here on time, but then it's neither here nor there. Because I'm here now. If you're watching this on my main channel, which this is only on my main channel, my podcast, could you please subscribe? And my second channel, Marcus Speaks Play, could you please subscribe to it as well? Both links are in the description box below, as well as my Twitch channel is also in the description box below, which it is also called Marcus Speaks Play. So I have Marcus Speaks and Marcus Speaks Play on YouTube, Marcus Speaks Play as well on Twitch, where I exclusively only play on those channels on Marcus Speaks Play. I only exclusively play gameplay. None of my podcasts or anything is on there other than one of my podcasts I did over there on Twitch to test the waters up. I'm streaming live using Restream.com. I'm not getting paid to say this, but I like Restream because, some people like StreamYards, some people people like Streamlabs. So personally, I like Restream.com. It allows me to stream without paying to two channels at one time. Or if you pay a certain amount, you can stream to like 6 or 7, up to 10 channels at a time. I think it's 20. I usually stream to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and what else did I say? Facebook. If you have any sort of game recommendations for me to play, which I already told you guys yesterday what our new adventure is going to be for the next time, which is going to be Pokemon Legends Arceus. But if you have any sort of other game recommendations that I can do, let me know. As far as also a story recommendation or something that's in the news that you want me to look at. Also, if you have like a show recommendation, something that I can be doing during the show, please let me know. Either hit me up in the live chat that's right here, where I have the desk in front of me, or my makeshift desk. But the live chat, the comment section during the replay, or my DMs on social media, which you can find me on social media at Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast, Facebook at Marcus Speaks. I also have a group page over there, Marcus Speaks Podcast, where you can find that. Search it in your address bar at www.facebook.com/Marcus Speaks PC, or in the Facebook search bar at Marcus Speaks Podcast. And I'm also on Twitter at Marcus Speaks 25, but my username over there is Marcus Speaks Podcast. So check those links out in the description box. Don't be shy. Follow me. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Like this video. Share this video. All right. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon. And leave a comment. All right. Let me know how you guys feel. All right. So let's get some music playing. So let's start that over. So yeah, let's get into today's topics. My opening banter basically is this. Look, with the one story I'm doing about Cardi B and Tasha K, I was talking over this with a coworker of mine. She is 30 years my senior. And she doesn't pay attention to any of the stuff that's going on out here in the world other than the things that she's interested in. And I see that my camera's kind of messed up. So what I'm going to do real fast, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix my camera. 1 second. All right, got it fixed. So, yeah, she was basically, I basically told her, the whole ordeal. And she was like, Tasha K lying. I was like, wait a minute, you don't even know what's going on. She said, you told me enough. That girl lying. I was like, okay, all right. So, yeah, I basically told her what was happening, the play by play, everything that I knew or whatever. And she said, that girl ain't worth a damn. I said, come on, Miss Shirley, don't be like that. So, let's get into some top news stories that I found over the week. Starting out with, but before I do that, I always forget this, and I should start remembering this, or I should just put it in my my planner. When I do my podcast, when I make my points, I further my points by playing videos. All right. So with that, YouTube has a problem with that because of fair use and stuff like that, or what they consider fair use. But I follow the actual law. But whatever. But I'm gonna tell you guys about fair use, and here we go. Okay, you can't hear that. Hold on. Hold on, you cannot hear that. I know. All right, let's start that over. Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about fair use. It's the law. Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. All right, that was beautiful. Now, let's get into today's topic. So, if you guys don't know, the last three officers in the George Floyd murder are on trial. And I said that I will cover this, and I'm covering it now. So they're starting trial. Opening arguments is opening for I believe all of them, but I think they're trying them one at a time, basically. But they're all in the same case. So I think the first one to go up is King. That is the light skin, if not the what do they call these people? Mixed descent guy. The guy that got harassed at the grocery store, like a month or so after the whole ordeal happened. So yeah. So I'm going to play a little video of the proceedings and what we should expect.
We're going to shift gears now and turn to those opening remarks in the federal trial of those three former police officers charged in the death of George Floyd. Prosecutors saying the men didn't lift a finger as Floyd repeatedly said he could not breathe. Alex Perez joins us now with more on this. And Alex, we're learning that at least one of the accused plans to take the stand.
Hey, yeah, good morning, Cecilia. The federal prosecutor says those officers had a responsibility to George Floyd in your custody, in your care, and that they failed to uphold their duties as officers.
This morning, day two in the federal trial of the three now former Minneapolis police officers who were there when Derek Chauvin pinned George Floyd by the neck until he died. Tu Tao, Thomas Lane, and J. Alexander King all charged with depriving Floyd of his civil rights when they allegedly failed to offer medical aid when Floyd was in clear need of medical care. Tao and King also accused of failing to intervene when Chauvin jammed his knee on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes. Lane can be heard on video of the incident asking if they should stop and check on Floyd. In opening arguments Monday, prosecutors telling jurors the trio had a duty as sworn officers to interject when they witnessed Chauvin's excessive force, but defense attorneys arguing the officers weren't properly trained and pointing the finger at Chauvin, arguing he took control of the incident.
This particular case is absolutely going to shape the culture of policing. It's going to send a very clear message about the way we expect law enforcement officers to act, even if it's one of their own that is doing the wrongdoing.
Chauvin is serving 22 and a half years after he was convicted on state charges and has pleaded guilty to federal charges.
And Lane's attorney says he does intend to take the stand in his own defense. This trial is expected to last 2 to 3 weeks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for...
Let me send this Instagram post out real fast. Who else do I want to bring in here? Alright, I sent that out and hopefully I can bring some people through. Alright, so let me get back on task. Alright, so I believe wholeheartedly that all of them should go to jail. They all should go. But I do believe that I want to say Officer Lane and King should also do as much time as what's the guy, Derek Chauvin, because they were the other two officers that were on George Floyd's body. The only person I feel as though should do less time is Officer Tutal. And this is my reason for this. It's only because Tutal was only doing crowd work. He had nothing to do with George's death. Although he was called to the scene, which I believe he showed up with I believe Tutal was with Lane, I believe. And Officer King was with Derek Chauvin doing being trained, because King was rather new. So I do believe that Officer Tutal should be the only one that should do less time out of all of them. I feel as though with Derek Chauvin doing 22 consecutive years in prison, which he may either serve all the way out, if not die in prison, which he does have really a life sentence. But Officer Lane and Officer King should as well. Let me turn this volume down a little bit. Officer King and Officer Lane should be doing the same amount of time. But Officer Tutal should only get, I say with his involvement, he should only get maybe 8 to 10 years. Only because, he was a part of it, and he was involved in a murder. The only reason why I say that is because if I haven't shared this story before, it was a robbery that happened here in the town that I live in. And with that robbery, it was 4 people. I knew maybe only one of them because I went to school with one of the guys. 2 of them wound up getting out. It was this Mexican kid. He got out. He's out now. And I believe it was a white guy. He got out as well. There's only 2 that's still in jail. One is the guy that I went to school with, Carl, and this other white guy. His name escapes me, but I know his sisters because I went to school with his sisters. His 2 beautiful ass sisters. And if y'all are watching, look, I just want to send off a DJ horn to y'all. Y'all are some sexy white girls. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But let's get into the next story. Chris Brown is being accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a young lady in Miami. Now, I don't understand why his name is being in the news like this, but let's go through it. So, Chris Brown has responded to a new lawsuit filed by a woman who claims the singer drugged and R-worded her aboard a yacht in 2020. Now, this is 2 years ago. We have no evidence of this actually happening, so we don't know if this is actually true, but let's go through the story. All right, so Brown, 32, took to Instagram to hit. Hold on, I think I have this picture ready. That's the wrong picture. Let me back out of this. Go here. Add this. Go back. Ain't that a B? All right, here we go. What the hell is that? Open. Okay, reopen, please. Something's happened. Reopen, please. How about this real quick. I'm gonna quit it since it was open, and I'm gonna reopen it again. Hopefully it's still doing the same exact thing. So I'm gonna do it like this. Let's go to the picture. And I'm gonna share this picture with you guys real fast. Screen share. Alright. Good. So, Brown32 took to Instagram to hit back at the accusations on Friday, calling them some real bullish, and writing off the very serious claims detailed in the lawsuit as lies to detract from his latest project. I hope you all see the pattern of cap, and he had a cap emoji, but he also had this picture that is presented right there in front of you guys. He pinned the emoji in reference to the slang term for lies. I didn't write this. This was the Daily Mail. So, whenever I'm releasing music or projects that they, in quotations, try to pull some real bull-ish. In addition to his Insta story text post, slammed the lawsuit, Brown added a picture of himself, which you guys see right now, wearing a stack of different caps on his head. The filing claims the sexual assault took place aboard a yacht that was docked at Sean Diddy Combs' home on Miami Beach, Star Island. DailyMail.com has reached out to representatives from Brown and Combs for comment. For comment, but has yet to receive any response, and you guys will not. So, Jane Doe, who described herself as a professional choreographer, dancer, model, and musical artist. In short, she's an OnlyFans model. Just letting y'all know. Says the ordeal began with a friend of hers was hanging out in the vicinity of Brown. The two friends were speaking via video chat when Brown allegedly took her friend's phone and requested that he head to Diddy's Star Island home as quickly as possible. Once she arrived, she says that Brown greeted her aboard the yacht and asked her if she would like a drink before motioning her towards the boat's kitchen area. The following claims that he gave her a red plastic cup inside the kitchen that was filled with a mixed alcohol drink. After they chatted, the woman claimed that Brown refilled her cup. After she began to drink again, she says she started to feel a sudden, unexplained change in consciousness. She basically got drunk. She claimed that she felt disoriented, physically unstable, and started to fall in and out of sleep. At which point, Brown allegedly ushered her into a bedroom. She says that at the same time, she felt drugged and half asleep, because he probably was smoking or snorting, whatever y'all do down there in Miami, and you put some alcohol on top of that, and then you got the effects that you had. Not saying that she's lying, but sounds sort of like a lie. Anyway, her filing stated that the beautiful people singer closed the bedroom door and took her bikini bottoms off before he began kissing her. Jane Doe alleged that she mumbled for him to stop, but that he proceeded to R-word her. Now hold on. Why is it that each time these claims come out, there's always somebody that's a Jane Doe? A Jane Doe happened just recently. I'm trying to remember what story that was. But that person also was alleging something. Who was that Jane Doe? I cannot remember, but I know I have it somewhere. I covered that story or something. So after he climaxed, he allegedly got up quickly and said he was done. Now wait a minute, she's supposed to be groggy and in and out of consciousness and sleeping on it. How would she know that he had then climaxed. I'm just asking a pivotal question that makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to y'all, but let's keep going. The following claimed that Brown contacted the woman the following day via text message to demand that she take Plan B to prevent possible pregnancy. Now, here we go. Even though she was in a distraught state, she says that she still took the pill. Now, wait a minute. If you're claiming rape, let me take Chris down real fast. If you're claiming rape, right, and Chris calls you the next day, and he's like, hey, take the Plan B, and you go and get a Plan B, this makes it seem as though that the reason why she's following this case is because she was told to take Plan B, and she now has effed herself out of child support money. Let's keep going. Even though I said that already. Jane Doe's attorney, Ariel Mitchell, and George Verbeck told TMZ that she didn't report the alleged rape to police because she was attending medical school at the time, and she worried that making a complaint would be an embarrassment. The lawyer stated that they're committed to victims being heard and would urge anyone with information to contact them. Brown has a laundry list of legal entanglements in the past. Most famously, his brutal assault of his then girlfriend Rihanna, and then with the rest of this, they just list off a whole bunch of his offenses that has nothing to do with anything. They're just trying to paint him in a bad light, and that's what the news does when it comes to these celebrities. Not only just celebrities, but black male celebrities. So, yeah, I got my tinfoil kufi on this one. So, we'll see what happens with this. It'll probably go away within a week, so I'm not even worried about it. So, the last and final story. Experimental monkeys escape truck on I-80 in Pennsylvania, which is Center, Pennsylvania. And lady tried to pet one and now are experiencing symptoms of illness. Let me go to that very video.
Now to a bizarre story involving the crash of a trailer full of monkeys headed to a lab, and a woman now experiencing health problems after coming in close contact with the primates. The woman says she has been put on preventative medicine for the next 2 weeks, but there are some questions tonight into what these monkeys were being used for and what they could have been infected with.
Isn't this convenient? Isn't this very convenient that it's monkeys escaping a truck that are experimental monkeys? What's up? What's happening, homie? I got my homeboy. I got my closest homeboy. One of my closest homeboy, Darnell, aka DJ Clue. Drop one of Flex bombs for you. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. So let's keep going. So yeah, experimental fucking monkeys, dog. Like, this shit is crazy. Why the hell? Here's one question. Why in the hell would anyone walk up to a truck that has cages in them, right? That you don't know what the hell are in these cages? This shit is wild. Hey, Darnie, share this link on your social media and get people to come through. All right, I got. Other than the story that I'm about to cover in just a minute, I have some juicy shit about that Cardi B and Tasha K shit. So let them know. All right, if you could, thank you, and like the video as well. So yeah, let's see what this lady has to say.
Look down in more and it popped up some monkey.
Michelle Fallon never thought something like this would happen.
I thought, well, zoo monkeys. You know, I didn't know.
I'm sorry. She doesn't seem too bright. That's probably the reason why she walked up to the trucks. She thinking it's zoo monkeys. How about you don't walk up on monkeys? Period. Monkeys aren't naturally a part of. Hold on, I was about to say that real dumb. A monkey's natural habitat is not here in this country, so why would you walk up to a monkey? I'll let her explain her case why.
These were animal test monkeys.
After witnessing a crash on a Pennsylvania highway and stopping to help, she learned the truck was carrying 100 monkeys from East Africa, headed for a Missouri test lab.
I thought they were like okay, like they had their shots, were good.
No, you don't walk up on monkeys. Period. All right. Anyway, well, it's funny what she's about to say of what she thought it was. Here we go.
They've been checked. I didn't know they could have diseases or whatever.
After checking to make sure the driver was okay, she went up to the trailer full of crates, thinking there were cats inside.
They had this like green cloth over, so I peel it back and I go to stick my finger in there to try to pet it, and it pops.
Why would you try and pet a fuck? You don't even know what it is. Like, let me steal from Kevin Hart real fast. You don't even know what it is. You just seeing a green blanket. You're like, oh, let me pet the monkey. No, you don't want to pet the monkey. All right. Has anybody not seen Outbreak? Has anybody not seen what was the other movie? Congo, the white apes. Has anybody not seen what other monkey movie that when humans try to pet, caress, or stand by, they maul the hell out of people? Do y'all remember the story of the woman who got her face ripped off by the chimpanzee? Like, come on, there's too many stories out here of monkeys doing legit foolishness, and people don't want to understand that monkeys are some dangerous motherfuckers. They got hands not only on their arms, they got hands as feet. You don't want to fuck with monkeys. Let's keep going.
Set up and I'm like, oh, it's a monkey.
3 of the monkeys escaped in the crash and 1 was recovered. 2 others were put down. But the hours-long escape forced health officials to issue an alert, warning the community not to come into close contact with the primates because the species commonly spreads herpes virus B.
I'm like, well,
Damn. They got a form of monkey herpes now? She got monkey herpes now. Cause she's now feeling ill and everything. So, hey man, look. She doesn't seem too bright. But let's keep going.
was there and I touched everything.
That alert leaving Michelle on edge and unsure of what to do. Her close contact later leading to pink eye and flu-like symptoms.
I walked through their poop.
She got the clap. That's what she got. Sorry.
I touched their crates. I tried to pet them. So now I don't know what's going on.
As a precaution, Michelle has now received her first rabies vaccination and has been prescribed antiviral medication as doctors continue to monitor her symptoms.
The location of the CDC quarantine facility where these monkeys were headed and the type of research that they were going to be used for has not been released, but this type of monkey is often used in medical studies. Thanks for watching. Click.
I know, man. She got herpes on her lip now. She got herpes on her lip. She got herpes on her lip. She got herpes on her. Let me stop. Anyway, this shit is wild, man. She got monkey herpes, pink eye, and the sniffles. COVID ain't got shit on that. But anyway, I hope she recovers and she knows now not to pet unknown blankets filled with unknown animals. But anyway, let's get into this to one of my stories that I got going on right now. So if you guys seen the thumbnail, I will be talking about not only what's happening in the Ukraine between Biden and what's the other guy's name? Vladimir Putin. I'm also going to be talking about the whole Tasha K thing with Cardi B and all that other good stuff. But let me get through this. This won't take me long because basically the remainder of the show is going to be me talking about Cardi B and Tasha K. So, yeah, Karen's got to chill for real. Let me put that up real fast. Karens do got to fucking chill because they do too much. Anyway, let me get into this. So, U.S. weighs in on sending troops to Eastern Europe. So, fears of Russian invasion of Ukraine have increased in recent weeks. So, let's see.
Secretary Austin has placed a range of units in the United States on a heightened preparedness to deploy, which increases our readiness to provide forces if NATO should activate the NRF or if other situations develop. All told, the number of forces that the Secretary has placed on heightened alert comes up to about 8,500 personnel.
We have been consulting with allies in deployments and refining plans for all scenarios. We've always said we would reinforce our allies on the eastern flank. In fact, we've never ruled out the option of providing additional assistance in advance of an invasion.
Again, no mission has been assigned to these troops, no deployment order.
They lying their ass off. You know why? Y'all remember that laptop that was found in Dover that belonged to Biden's son? You know the significance between Ukraine and Biden's son and Joe Biden? They got business dealings there. Sorry. They got business dealings there. That's the reason why Biden has been so adamant on if he should send troops over or if he should not send troops over. To be totally honest, we just got out of war. And number two, Russia has a lot of fucking explosives. Why would you send? I think the number is up to like 85,000, if not like 100,000, something like that. It's between those two numbers. Or 8,500. No, 85,000 to 100,000. I'm right. They tripping because we just got out of war, which he didn't really have a good go at the exodus of all of that. Like it's ridiculous. I hope all of this blows over and nobody goes, because I know it's a lot of people basically thinking like this is stupid. Like, why are we even going over there? We don't even really have that close of a relationship as a country with Ukraine. But let me get into this real fast. So let me let this play out and then I'll show you voice what I got.
Have been sent to them. What the Secretary has ordered them to do is to be ready to go, in some cases, on a much shorter tether than what they had before.
Well, we are conveying very clearly now that now is the time to leave and that there are means to do that. Of course, there's commercial airlines. You can depart over land. There's obviously the embassy there to provide assistance.
All right. So, it's the wrong thing. So, United States President Joe Biden is reportedly considering sending thousands more troops to NATO allies in Eastern Europe and ballistics countries. I said ballistics. Baltic countries, as fears that Russia will soon invade Ukraine persist. During last Saturday's meeting at the presidential camp David Retreat, senior Defense Department officials laid out options for Biden, including sending between 1,000 to 5,000 troops to NATO countries, including Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland. The New York Times newspaper reported on Sunday, citing officials who spoke on conditions of autonomy, I think that is. The number of troops could be increased by 10 times if the situation escalates, according to the newspaper. The proposed plan includes deploying warships, aircrafts to NATO allies in the region. The National Public Radio, or NPR, broadcaster also reported on the deliberations. The U.S. and its European allies currently provide material support for Ukraine. If you guys haven't seen one of the pictures, it's a woman looking out the window like Malcolm X. Like this shit is fucking crazy. She got I don't know what the hell it is. Look like to my knowledge, it looks like a souped up M4. Like that's what it looks like. But you also got not only the Ukraine government or military, got also the Ukraine people suiting up and getting ready for war. So, but officials told the New York Times the prospect of sending U.S. troops to the country, which is not a NATO member, remains off the table. Still, a decision by Washington to surge troops and equipment to the area in response to Russia's amassing of 100,000 troops along its border with Ukraine, where pro-Russian separatist movement has been fighting in the country's eastern flank since April 2014. Would signal a district shift from the Biden administration more restrained approach. To date, Biden has extruded military build-ups in favor of threatening sanctions against Moscow. Although both Biden and U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin have said a Russian invasion of Ukraine would prompt a surge in troops to NATO allies in the region. My second part of this: Ukraine on edge amid fears of Russian invasion. Okay, I need to fix this. This is in the way. All right, where am I at? So, Russia has deployed tens of thousands of troops near the Ukraine border, triggering the worst security crisis to emerge between Moscow and the West since the Cold War. The West, led by the U.S., has thrown its weight behind Ukraine, which lost control of its the Crimean Peninsula when Russia annexed it in 2014. The Kremlin has justified the military muscle flexing as an attempt to counter decades of NATO expansion in the region. Russia has demanded legally binding guarantees that the NATO alliance will not embrace Ukraine and other former Soviet nations or place weapons there. It also wants NATO to pull back its forces from countries in Central and Eastern Europe that joined the alliance since the 1990s. Russia has also been accused of backing armed separatists in eastern Ukraine. The conflict has left more than 13,000 people dead in nearly 8 years of fighting. A 2015 peace deal brokered by France and Germany helped end large-scale battles, but a political settlement has stalled, and frequent skirmishes have continued along the tense line of contact. In early 2021, a spike in ceasefire violations in the east in the Russian in a Russian troop uh, concentration near Ukraine ignited the invasion's fear, but tensions abated when Moscow pulled back the bulk of its forces after maneuvers in April. The military buildup near Ukraine resumed in late 2021, with Ukraine and Western officials warning that the increased troop uh, concentration could herald a multi-pronged Russian attack. Now, what do I have to say about that? They up there suited and booted. They ready. They ready. They at the border. They suited and booted. They ready. They ready to get this cracking. But they don't have to, because let all the people who want to go to Russia go to Russia, and let Ukraine be Ukraine. But I feel as though America should not interfere, for the simple fact that we've already been in a war, and we don't need another one. Especially with Russia. Russia, we had Cold War with them for, I think it was close to 15 years or something like that. But we don't need that type of heat over there with Russia. We don't, because our troops next to their troops. Look, I'm not a separatist, but look, I don't think America wants to smoke, for real. We don't want that smoke. I think they're in I think Russia has a winter longer than what ours is. So if you don't think that they got some hard body motherfuckers that's ready to fight, I don't think you guys want that smoke, because they got some shit to get off their chest with us. Now, it's getting close to that foolishness happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does, I really don't feel as though that Joe Biden should be the person leading that front, because he can barely talk. So I don't feel as though that we should be going to war with them, because it's. I'd rather a Cold War happen. I'd rather for them to talk crazy to each other instead of us having a hot war, which is basically troops on ground, guns firing, tanks, all that other good stuff, airstrikes. We don't need that type of smoke, but because we just got out of something. I'm gonna keep iterating myself, but we just got out of something, and the entrance in that was bogus, and the exit of that was bogus. So we don't really have a good track record of entering and getting out of certain wars that I'm familiar with. But I hope all prevails and everything gets handled. So more power to the Ukrainian people. All right, people, the moment that you all have been waiting for. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. Are y'all ready? I didn't do this earlier, but everybody who's watching, I thank you. Y'all ready for this? I've been waiting all week for this, because this is what I want to say before I get into it. I love that my show is at the end of every week because the news cycle usually stops around the time I go live. So there's no new news going on by the time I go live. You might hear something new maybe Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon sometime. But other than that, the news cycle ends on Saturday. I don't know if you guys knew that, but although we have a revolving 24-hour news cycle, but everybody who works in the broadcast news, they're home right now. Non-Women's home right now. Wolf Blitzer, Tucker Carlson, they're all home right now. They're chilling. They got their feet up. But the moment you guys all been waiting for, all right? Sorry. Cardi B versus Tasha K. Tasha X now, because if you heard what she did on Wednesday, she had her kufi on real tight. Now, let me start it off by this. Y'all ready?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Cardi B wins a $4 million. Hold on, got the number wrong. $4.1 million. Defamation, invasion of privacy, and I believe what else is the other charge? I'm telling you all this too early, but I don't care. We all here. Emotional distress. So, but before that, the jury allotted Cardi B $1.25 million, which is $1,250,000, which is $1.25 million. So that's what she left with on the books that day on Monday. But then jury deliberated to close the case out on Tuesday, and they got up to 4.1. So if you guys are weary of how the money is going to be distributed, this is how it's going to go. So it's 4.1 mil. So that's $4,100,000. I think $1.3 million is going to Cardi B's lawyers, which they'll get a commission off of, which is, I believe, like a third of it. So they'll get somewhere around 75,000 to maybe 90 something, not 90,000. Then the rest goes back into the law firm. But the 250,000 goes to Cardi's medical expenses, and $1 million, I believe, goes to that part, the $1 million goes to her lawyers, which I just gave you that $1.3 million. Then the other 3.8 goes to Cardi, which she probably won't even touch it. She'll probably put it in a trust for both culture, and I believe if she hasn't had the new child yet, they'll split that up and go wild with it. So 1.4 for both of them. I think that's the right number. So Cardi B has won a $1.25 million defamation lawsuit, which isn't an easy feat because you have to be able to present, and you have to be able to present that the defamation is defamation. These court cases like this aren't easy to come by. Well, not easy to win, I should say. Not easy to come by. So let's get into this. Let me close this out. I don't need this anymore. Let me drop. I'll drop this down. Pull this out. And then pull this over. All right. So, defamation, 1.25 million defamation lawsuit against YouTuber Tasha K. Tasha Transrena K. Somebody should go to her parents and ask them, why did you name your child Tasha Transrena? I don't know her maiden name, but whatever. Anyway. Better known as Tasha K, over the gossip maven's accusation against the rapper, a Georgia jury awarded Cardi B $1.25 million in damages after two weeks of deliberation. Also convicting Kiwi of invasion of privacy through portrayal in a false light. Ironically, the name of Cardi's breakthrough 2018 album and international infliction of emotional distress. The multi-platform gossip blogger could also be on the hook for additional punitive damages, which she has gotten, or Cardi B's legal expenses when court picks back up Tuesday. That was last Tuesday. So Cardi, 29, took Kiwi to court in 2019 over dozens of videos featuring the wild allegations, among which was the high or low, like that the rapper Cardi B effed herself with beer bottles on stage when she was a dancing girl. So, let's get into it. Let's see what the BNC has to say.
A major legal win for rapper Cardi B. She won millions of dollars in a landmark defamation suit against blogger Tasha K. BNC Go anchor Jimmy Marlowe has details.
Social media shenanigans turned into a legitimate court case back in 2019 when rapper Cardi B decided to file a defamation lawsuit against celebrity blogger Tasha K. Now, this is after that celebrity blogger made numerous false and heinous allegations, amongst other things, saying that the rapper had an STD and also alleging that she had been unfaithful to her boyfriend, rapper Offset, one of the three Migos. Now, the lawsuit alleges, in terms of legal jargon, slander per se, slander, libel per se, defamation, and invasion of privacy, false light. I spoke with attorney Keith Lamar Jr., and he says that this could be a landmark case, and the ruling could also create a baseline for proving defamation in favor of celebrities in the future. And he adds that it's all a matter of degrees.
We have people that have made a whole living on saying falsehoods about celebrities. That's what they do. They follow you around. It's paparazzi-like. Everything the paparazzi says is not true. Let's say because of what she said, she wasn't able to do a concert in Disney World, or she wasn't able to do the Super Bowl. That's direct correlation that she lost money due to stuff that you said.
While the court has already ruled in this case, Kibi now has to pay millions in damages, but she seems unfazed as she posted on Twitter, thanking her husband and her legal team for their support. And she also wrote, quote,
I'll read that later too.
In this business, this is part of the protocol. Everyone in my seat has been through this, and this won't be the
not everybody
last. So, as we all know, that old saying goes, any publicity is good publicity.
No, it's not.
If anything, this case helps this woman's career. All right. It puts her on a platform that she did not have before. We're talking about somebody that we did not know before. I understand that she's been blogging for a few years. I get it.
From her words, 10 years, but she got it mixed up. She said she started back in 2015, she said. I'll read it later. It's all here in my notes. But she said it took her 10 years to build it. Like, that's not a 10-year thing. Anyway, I'm going to let this video play out.
This is a big story for you, right? So if I'm that blogger, I'm going to use this as a pedestal to go on and blog about the next person. Then it's a fine line, all right? So you just got to know where it is. But for pop culture, I mean, they're going to talk about it a little bit, but they're going to get right back into it. And I think a trash talking will continue and keep going.
In Tallahassee, I'm Jimmy Marlowe for BNC Live.
All right, B and C. Hold up. I gotta cue this next video up. All right, so Kibi also claimed that Cardi B had prostituted herself, was addicted to hard drugs, was unfaithful to her husband, Offset, and had contracted herpes. Cardi B testified last week that she felt extremely suicidal over Kibi's claims. I felt defeated and depressed, and I didn't want to sleep with my husband. She added, chalking up fatigue, weight loss, migraines, and anxiety to the ordeal, which that means she was under stress. Only an evil person could do that to me, Cardi B reportedly said. So, subsequent. This is the word I was fucking up on, I think, a week ago. Let me just type it in. Subsequently, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Subsequently, apologizing to the court for her language. Cardi B, or real name Belcalis Marlanese Almanzar. That means in English, Bianca Marie Alzar or Almanzar. Anyway, also testified that the herpes rumor in particular dogged her online, as some of Kibi's million plus followers harassed her over pictures of her kissing daughter Culture on the lips and called her Herpes B. Kibi's lawyers can still challenge the verdict. Reps from the two didn't return Page Six's request for comments last week. Page Six is a news outlet, a news organization, and their attorneys did not talk to Billboard. Cardi B was awarded nearly $3 million in punitive damages and attorney's fees on Tuesday in her libel lawsuit against celebrity gossip blogger Tasha K. The award comes on top of the $1.25 million that jurors awarded on Monday after finding Tasha K, whose real name is Latasha Kibi, liable on counts of defamation, invasion of privacy, and infliction of emotional distress. Cardi B sued Kibi in 2019 over several videos uploaded to her YouTube channel that made harmful claims about the rap artist. Kibi claimed Cardi B contracted herpes, was a prostitute, cheated on her husband, Offset, took hard drugs, would give birth to a child with intellectual disabilities. I'll talk about that later, all right? Because that's very heinous. And had engaged in lewd acts with beer bottles, among other accusations or assertions. Cardi B's lawyers said Kibi was obsessed with slandering the Bodak Yellow rapper, and continued posting slanderous content because it got more views than her other posts. Cardi B's lawyers added that the rapper was not a prostitute, had never had herpes, had never used cocaine. The federal jury in Georgia awarded $1 million on Monday to cover Cardi B's pain, suffering, and reputational damages, as well as another $250,000 for medical expenses. That's for her going to, getting tested, as well as going to therapy. On Tuesday, the jurors ordered Kibi to pay an additional $1 million in punitive damages, and her company, Kibi Studios LLC, to pay another $500,000. On top of that, Kibi is required to reimburse Cardi for the personal cost of bringing the lawsuit, a total of $1,338,753.47. They could have just rounded that off to $754. That brings the total verdict to nearly $4.1 million. As confirmed by Cardi B's lawyers, Lisa F. Moore and Sadir Sabak, who represented Kibi in the case, issued a terse statement. We disagree with the verdict, and we will be following an appeal. Cardi B was represented in the trial by Moore and William A. I'm not even going to try to butcher this last name, but it's Pequignot of Moore, and that name I just spelled out, LLC, and by Gary P. Alderman, or Adelman, sorry, and Sarah M. Motts of Adelman Motts PC. Kibi was represented by Sabak and Olga Ismailova. That's Russian for are you my loved one? I'm making all these corny jokes tonight. Anyway, of Sabak and Ismailova PC. Here's a statement read by Cardi B. Now, I wasn't sure if I should either read this or show it, but the only reason that I'm probably gonna read is because I think the only person who the only news source that had the her statement, I think, was TMZ. But I'll check now to see if Cardi B's statements is anywhere else. If not, I'll just read them out. So Cardi B's statements after, let's see, TMZ, I see. Let's see. Awakening. Sure. No, that's only 59 minutes. Her statement was longer, way longer than that. So I might just read it, to be honest. All right. Yeah. I don't see like another one here, so I'm just gonna read it out. It's not long. Plus, I feel as though I read pretty good. So here we go. Cardi B's statement was, after almost 4 years of repeated libel and slander against me, being able to walk away from this victorious brings me great happiness. I appreciate Judge Ray for conducting a fair and impractical trial. I am grateful for the jury and their careful deliberation over the past 2 weeks. I'm not doing this no more. My throat gonna start hurting. But if you ever heard Cardi B talking, I'm pretty damn close. But anyway, I am profoundly grateful for the hard work and support from my legal team. Most importantly, thank you to my family and close friends who held my hand and helped me get the support I needed during this experience. During this trial, all of you have learned about the darkest time in my life. The moment in time was fueled by the vile, disgusting, and completely false narratives that were repeatedly and relentlessly being shared online. I thought I would never be heard or vindicated, and I felt completely helpless and vulnerable. I have never taken for granted the platform that my fame allows me to have, which is why for over 3 years I dedicated every resource I had to seek justice, and not just justice for me. The truth is that the intentional harm that was done to me is done to countless others every day. The only difference between me and the high schooler who is being cyberbullied and lied on by their classmates is the money and resources I have access to. We completely have to say enough is enough. We can no longer be a society that turns a blind eye to blatant lies. The unchecked behavior in probability. No, hold on. Yeah, probability, false content. Provably, sorry. Wow. False content on platforms like YouTube have to be addressed and removed. The the constant harassment and lies that are reported as factual from journalists and bloggers have to end. My career began on social media, so I know the power it has. Over the past few years, we've seen we've seen how social media platforms were able to bring important and necessary conversations to the forefront, such as Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, and women's rights. Women's rights. However, we've also seen countless stories of children and adults deciding to take their own lives due to cyberbullying and intentional attacks. So while I am very grateful that this trial has come to its conclusion and the jury has rendered a powerful and substantial message, literally, I really hope that my experience forces all of us, but especially the platforms who allow this behavior to be a part of their communities, to rethink what moves us forward as a society versus what cripples us. If you're thinking about suicide, or worried about a friend or loved one, or would like emotional support, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline for help at 1-800-273-TALK. And what I should have did, I should have put the number, the rest of the number in parentheses. So we're looking at 1-800-273-8255. All right. So 1-800-273-8255. That is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. So, Tasha K, she had her statements that she posted on Instagram. I think it was Tuesday. She says, my husband, attorneys, this is Tasha K talking if I haven't said it yet. And I fought really hard, she said. I want to thank them for their long hours and sleepless nights. Winos, it's only up from here. That's a weird statement, but I'll get into that. See y'all in a few days. Back to work. She followed up with I forgot to thank all of the viewers for all of your support. In this business, this is part of the protocol. Everyone in my seat has been through this, and this ain't the last. But why would you want to go back through this again? I don't understand. But anyway, let's keep going. This comes with the territory. See y'all Friday. It's long overdue. I will be making my first and only statement about the case Wednesday, January 26, 2022, Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel. Okay, so when she was on YouTube, or whatever, let me get my slideshow up. When she was on YouTube, she, decided to make a statement. And people, y'all gotta be, I'm glad I'm doing this because the statement was 12 minutes and I believe 30 some odd seconds long. And I had to write every word because I do not have Dragonfly, I think that's what it's called, to type in what she was saying, like have speech to word processing. I don't have that yet. Could have had Siri do it, but Siri gets stuff wrong. So this is what she had to say on Wednesday's YouTube video about the case and the verdict or whatever. So These last 4 years, this conspiracy case has been extremely challenging, and yet I wouldn't change a single thing about any of it. This is when she puts her tinfoil kufi on. It turns into not Tasha K, but Tasha X or Tasha Luther King or whatever you want to call her. Now, I've learned so much. Every moment was incredibly powerful and insightful. The verdict handed down on Monday was no shock to myself. Okay, that's weird. My husband or my legal team. We are prepared, and we were prepared for this challenge from the beginning. Prepare for the worst, as we said. We called bluff against a machine that wanted to bully me for not wavering from our personal beliefs. A machine that has corporate interests to protect prostitution, drug use, promiscuity, and to glorify the violence that wreaks havoc on our society and in our neighborhoods, and to glorify it's sold to our children as the it factor. The machine this thing secured an extremely uh, prejudicial, not prejudicial, uh, prejudicial verdict against myself and my company solely off of sympathy and payola. Wait a minute. Payola hasn't been a thing since like 1970, and that was for radio stations and DJs and shit like that. What does this have to do with payola? Anyway, let me keep going. Asking me to redact the real reason as to why I was reporting on the issue at hand succeeded in making me out to be an angry and malicious woman. This is a real business. I am a wife of 17 years, a mother of a beautiful 15-year-old who's an honor student, and a 2-year-old son. My platform creates news and sheds light on the issues going on in our society. I never knew that celebrity tea, I guess you would call it, but in her case, wine, is something that is an issue going on in our society. Where the hell has that? Y'all let me know. Where has this ever been a problem in our society for celebrities to fuck up or do something? I don't understand. But let me keep going. My First Amendment right poses a threat to the machine's sole intention to mislead the public with caricatures. I'm so country I can't even say that right. Let me caricatures anyway. Built on violence, selling sex, and images of a denounced stereotype. Look at Chicago and Los Angeles and various other cities that can't even sit in their own. Hold on. Other cities that can't even sit in their own living room and braid their kids' hair without worrying about bullets flying through and killing their children. Tasha, you don't have to worry about that because you live in Lawrenceville in a $300,000 mansion. Anyway, my First Amendment right was painted to be public in courts. What? Painted to the public in courts as a bully, vile and malicious towards a machine that glorifies a lifestyle meant to serve as modern day genocide on our people. A machine that clearly influences our children on how to kill self. I guess kill themselves is what she meant. Their bodies and more. You can't bully someone or something that takes pride in painting our children and teaching our children to be degenerates. And if you are a public figure that pushes that image and this lifestyle for likes and views in a way to make money in our society, then I and we have the duty to exercise our First Amendment rights in our First First Amendment right as traditional media and new age digital media analysis to say no. This ain't it. This is not defamation or invasion of privacy when these machines or machine have pushed this lifestyle on us for profit. Okay, you're saying that it pushes images on us. We don't have to accept the images. I don't know if you know that, Tasha, but this is what I did. And you had your tinfoil kufi on, so you probably understand. You interviewed Shaka Atmos, and you interviewed what's the other boy's name? Young Farah. In order so I wouldn't get into trouble or follow these foolish trends and all that, I got into Black American consciousness, of which Shaka comes from. That I paid attention to him as well as Young Pharaoh. I didn't really care too much for him, as well as where they come from Sadnetta and Baba TV Every Time Fire, Black and Nobel Bookstore, as well as all of our old scholars such as Dr. Yakinen. Who else? Their names are escaping me right now. Dr. Yusuf Ben Yakinen. What is the psychologist's name? She just died. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Dr. Umar Johnson. You know, this is where I get all. That's where I used to get all of my information from before I started doing my own research. So you don't have to accept any of this that's going on, nor do you have to teach your kids to accept that. But you do a vlog about celebrities, so you probably should lay off of of the celebrity worship and do something that you feel though that should uplift the Black community. But you got your tinfoil kufi on and trying to be Tasha Luther King, and you're not really making much sense right now. So this isn't about $4 million. This machine never wanted my money. They wanted to shut down my company in order to protect their assets that glorify this reckless and dangerous lifestyle pushed on us and our children. It was about someone demanding that I respect and give respect to something that has never earned my respect. Now, that's kind of fucked up that you're not referring to Cardi B as a person. I understand that you have issues with her, but you don't have to stoop as low as calling her a thing. All right? Now, this is about changing the trajectory of how things have been done in Hollywood for over a century. There are no more gatekeepers, no more red tape, no more waiting to be picked and told what you have to do. If we simply believe in ourselves, simply believe in ourselves and our God-given right to live our lives purposeful, and don't allow our gifts to die with us. We all hold the keys to change. New age digital media such as myself and traditional media, we exercise our First Amendment right to publish our opinion and facts concerning these caricatures of stereotypes pushed in our homes and into our society, and we are just supposed to accept it because there's money on the table. No, absolutely not. Now, check this out, Tasha. Let me take this, what you just said. We exercise our First Amendment right to publish our opinions and facts concerning these characters. Now, look, a fact cannot be disputed, but your opinion can. That's what got you in trouble. Now, you're saying you're exercising your First Amendment right. Now, what did I tell you guys last week? Last week I said liberty means freedom in constraints, right? Something that I got from Zoe Williams. As well, your First Amendment right is a liberty. It's not a freedom. It's a liberty. Which means your First Amendment right has constraints. So you can say whatever you want. Yes, you can. You can. But you have to suffer the consequences after that. So you went on and said what you said about Cardi B and her family, and interviewed people that you brought up to know her, and you got dealt with. That's just what it is. That's just all it is. Now, this case was meant to drain me financially, and it did not. Send a message to anyone who thinks they have the right to challenge a machine that protects their corporate interests. We knew this case. We knew this case. We knew why this case didn't go our way. Our First Amendment right was intentionally hindered from the moment of the case was filed. My company and I have built a platform that has been stamped over and over by traditional and, most importantly, my viewers. You are. I have broken hundreds of stories on this platform from the moment I started recording videos in my guest bedroom back in 2015. While working at season 52 as a server, I knew y'all maybe think this over, but no. This is just the beginning. I will spend as many years as I can to protect our right to voice our opinions and facts on these images that are sold and pushed on us. The appeal process has already started, and we intend to expose every conspiracy against me, my company, and my family. Now, what conspiracy is that? I was supposed to be destroyed a long time ago, but it didn't. It didn't not happen. I guess you just, when you write stuff, put did not or didn't. Don't put both of them. Anyway, I am still here. We are still here. This machine tried to squeeze us from everything, but God said otherwise and blessed us with much more. With much more. We have built this platform video by video from my guest bedroom back in 2015, coupled with the best and most creative eyes and hands in production, my husband, my backbone. And he is the only man that encouraged me to fight this case from the beginning. My case will set a precedent for all future media we intend to fight until the truth is out. Now, I will have something to say about that, but let me be a little premature with it a little bit. I won't say exactly what I'm going to say, but I will go off of what she just said. Although that this may have set, or this will, or it could set a precedent, we don't know where it's going to go. With you doing the work that you do, and your protege Storm, and your friend Lovely T before y'all fell out, and the other girl Daytime Tea Time that you don't like, and Armand and all them other ones. Yeah, niggas, I know my shit. I'm like the Black Batman on this motherfucker. I know all and see all. Alright? Well, hide something from me. You gonna have to put it. You're gonna have to put it behind something, because I can't be fooled. Nor, like, I'm gonna be premature about this. I used to watch Tasha, and I'll tell you why. So, I used to go out every weekend, just like mostly everybody does. I started becoming a homebody, though. I was like, you know what, spending hundreds of dollars every weekend on drinks and girls who ask for drinks and shit like that. I'm really draining myself from me having a good savings account. Although I do, but I was like, I could have more in my savings account than me being here. So I decided I'm gonna start sitting at home and entertaining myself like that instead of, or go to a house party. If one of my homeboys, like my boy Darnie that came through, if they say, hey, it's a house party going on, you trying to come through? Yeah, I'll bring a bottle, what have you. Tasha K was one of the people that I was looking at for entertainment purposes, not for, informational purposes, but entertainment purposes. And like I told y'all, I give everybody a good month to wow me. After the month was done, I unsubscribed. I was like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to hear about who Bobby Valentino's sleeping with, who Cardi B is dating, who other washed up person that she talks about that's not really that interesting anymore is doing in their life. I don't care. So I stopped watching. But I was around during this time when she was talking crazy about Cardi B. Alright, let's keep going. Where did I end off at? Okay. Okay. There is no defamation, no invasion of privacy, and suicidal thoughts, and we proved that was significant factual evidence. In court, my lawyers taught me about preserving the record so that it's noted for the future. Well, this is me now preserving the record. We will fight no matter the cost or length. Even if this takes years, I spent 11 years building this platform to serve as a leader in media. Is a powerful fighting machine with endless money protecting their investments. Duh. My husband has spent over 20 years working in production. We have over 1 million viewers and hundreds of millions of viewers, and most who have been with us since the very beginning. I love y'all so much for that. Y'all built me, and y'all are the only ones who can take away the viewers. I show my gratitude and appreciation by fighting for this priceless gift you have gifted my family and the right to exercise my freedom of speech as a human being. Kibi Studios is a household name. Unwind with Tasha K is just one of the subsidiaries, and we intend to break out many more. Although the court hasn't instructed us to take the videos down, I've always said that I will comply with any court or jury. The videos have been taken down to show good faith to the courts because I respect the courts. We respect the courts. This machine has tried to have me arrested, treated my life, and created a fake narrative about me. And I want you to ask yourself this: why does the federal government subpoena my work on this channel if it's fake news? Because you were saying slanderous shit about somebody. You're not allowed to do that. Now, if it was true, there's no case. But it wasn't true. So there's a case. And I'll get into all this with the charges. Why do state police departments request my videos for their cases? Because it's evidence. That's why. Why do media sites all over the world quote my work, our work? Excuse me. I want better for this for us, and I lived that better. Everything I represent, marriage, two-parent household, and working for every dime I make without harming the next person to get there. Okay. I create videos including humor and truth to take us out of depression and get our minds off of sickness and financial burdens. And no machine will ever stop me. I get your emails daily, encouraging me to keep going, and I love y'all so much for that, for accepting me as me. This trial was purely, simply in payola. To protect corporate interests, we intend to take this all the way to the Supreme Court if need be. You will lose. This is my life, and I will spend my life fighting for my livelihood and our First Amendment right as human beings. Dozens of major media outlets, the New York Times, Associated Press, Billboard, etc., have requested comments, and I've asked my lawyers to inform you all on our appeal process every step of the way. And I want to thank the winos, and before I go, I saw that there were a few fundraisers. I messed up on this word. So, a few fundraisers under my name. We did not create those, nor do we need those, and nor will we ever create a fundraiser for anything. And with that being said, I want you guys to report them if you see them. We have reported a few about obviously dozens are popping up to scam under our company because they try and grift just like you. All right, they just try and grift just like you. Now I don't blame them. Now, so she ended it by saying she will be going live, more exclusive, going live to give more exclusives yesterday on Friday, and I bet her viewership will be sky high to see all the lies she will tell. Now, I had to take a peek at her viewers on yesterday's show. 299,000 and something. It's 299,000 plus viewers she had yesterday. So more power to her, all right? More power to her. Now, let's get into these charges. So her charges are defamation, invasion of privacy, and emotional distress. So let's take the first one, defamation of character. The action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander, or libel. So, she slandered Cardi B by saying she contracted herpes and other STIs. Puts bottles in orifices as well, worked as a prostitute during her stint as a stripper or dancing girl. Now, all of that is slander. We don't know that for sure. That she put things in orifices. We don't know that it was showed that she didn't have in medical records. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. And you slandered her name. So, defamation of character, which you did impunitively. Now, invasion of privacy. The unjustifiable intrusion into the personal life or another without consent. The four most common types of invasion of privacy towards as following: appropriation of name or likeliness, intrusion upon seclusion. So, Tasha K illegally obtained medical documents or Cardi B's medical records to see if she contracted STIs and or herpes. And with that before the trial took place, Cardi B had to take an STI test for legal documentation. How she got those documents, who knows? We're still on the fence of how she got R. Kelly's legal documentation, as well as his his commissary records. How does she get all of this stuff? She always says she has sources. I'll get to that in a minute as well. Now, infliction of emotional distress. So, intentional infliction of emotional distress, sometimes called the tort of outrage, is a common law tort that allows individuals to recover for severe emotional distress caused by another individual who intentionally or recklessly inflicted emotional distress by behaving in an extreme and outrageous way. Tasha K said that Offset was not the father of culture and cheated on her, as well as Cardi B cheating on Offset as well. Talking about her damn near every chance she got, talking emotional distress. You did all of that for what, 3 years straight? Come on now. Now, this isn't a charge, but I found this very disrespectful and uncouth. I'm doing good on time too, so shout outs to me. Disrespectful comments about her child. I don't play that around me, so good thing I stopped watching. Which I remember her saying that because I was viewing that night. I'm a dangerous man. Okay. Tasha said that Cardi B would give birth to a child with intellectual disabilities. Woman, are you fucking high? Like, why would you say that? You wouldn't even want nobody saying that about your children. So why would you say that about somebody else's? Like, this is outrageous. Who the hell is that? I don't even know who the hell you are. Why isn't this shit popping up either? Patrick Times. Biden is illegitimate. Um, I don't have this. I don't think I have my comments blocked. So hold on, let me check real fast. I need to see everything that comes through. Let me see. Allow all comments, news. Okay. Show how many viewers. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything. Well, let me do this. Then let me do this. Hold on. Let me hold it for review first. I'll save it. And then I'll come back, do it again, save it again. Alright. So, I should be good now. Put the recording date down too. Although I'm live, but whatever. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Patrick, I guess so. Biden is illegitimate. So since you're here, you are still here. You should be still here. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new, and hit that bell icon to all. Thank you, sir. So, where was I at? So you was you must have been high, which you was because let me reply back to Patrick. What's happening? So, because you was drinking wine that night. So you was high. Cheap wine, I should say at that. So let's see. Because it made you. No, I won't say that the wine made you report the slander, but you're close to it. Seems I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. But anyway, seems like that's what I meant. Seems like that the wine has gotten you in trouble, hasn't it? I think, in all seriousness, no way, shape, or form should a child be brought up in an exchange of words between adults, no matter the circumstances. Offset, and Cardi B's child or children should never be brought up as a diss to make another person feel good about themselves. It's disgusting. I don't like it. I'm glad I got what? Oh yeah, okay. I'm glad I got away from watching Tasha K's content. Um, as well as anyone else who spews lewd and outlandish, disrespectful comments about children, women and men just to make a buck or to make themselves feel good about themselves or to line their pockets. It's some whack stuff on the real. So I'm getting in. I'm about to get into everything that I know because I was a viewer uh of her. I won't say any slanderous things because I'm not trying to be put in jail for her foolishness. But anyway, so I hope Tasha K brings her sources that she talks about all the time. Hope she brings her sources to the forefront to also shoulder the burden of that $4.1 million. Because to be honest, they did more. They did more of the heavy lifting than she had to. She just reported what they found. If there really is a they, it was said that the IRS was in attendance to her trial. Because Tasha K hasn't paid her personal or business taxes for the past 3 years. Maybe she should have she should have had her ducks in order, like having business insurance, media insurance, or media liable or an umbrella policy. Yikes. Well, I hope she can come up with Cardi B's money as well as her huge tax payment she'll have to shell out. Everybody who paid attention to my show last week, she better watch how she receives her money from now on because it could rack up quick to Biden allowing the IRS to have monitoring power of PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, and Cash App transactions now. So it's her best bet to keep it on her business line on YouTube's Super Chats. Now, can other celebrities, private persons sue Tasha K for her fallacious comments and lies that she has spewed over the years on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, Patreon, which she has deleted recently, website, and or her app? Y'all didn't know that she had an app? None of y'all knew that she had an app? Tasha K has an app. The Tasha K app is where she has all her exclusive things that she does on there. Maybe she's talking about more celebrities and stuff like that. Which I pose this question, if anybody knows. Can she be sued for her comments if it's like a pay-per-view type deal? Such as her Patreon, which is like a monthly charge, and then her app, which I believe is a monthly charge, or you have to pay for each video or something like that. Would a court or would prosecuting attorney have any sort of would a prosecuting attorney have any sort of leeway to be able to take those videos that she does on her paid stuff in as evidence? Because from what she said, they only took YouTube videos, which is for the public. You don't have to pay for it unless she has like a membership lined up or something. But who knows? Whoever has the question, and I'll pose it again: can she be sued for all the other things that she has said about about celebrities on her Patreon stuff, which she recently just deleted, and her app. All right, now that's the question that I have for you guys. Now, let's see, where was I at? So sidebar, y'all. How is it that all of you journalists didn't know she had these things, such as her Patreon and her app? Because from all the videos that I've watched all week about this, no one's brought up her app or her website or her Patreon. Everybody was focused on what she said on YouTube. Now, she has an after show after every show, except for yesterday. She has an after show after every show that's either on her Patreon or on her app. So, with her, saying what she says about celebrities and stuff like that, could she be liable for those comments that aren't really in the public as well? Now, the only thing I really have to say is I think those lawyers should pay their money to these places to see what else she has said. It's not really their business, but they should at least see what else she said about other celebrities. Because it could be more spicy than what she's putting on her YouTube platform. So, who knows? Just saying. Just, for you guys to know that information. Now, I know from initial statement she said about Cardi B back in 2019, because I was in attendance that night when she first spoke on Cardi B, and I believe it all came from the falsified beef that Cardi B had with Nicki Minaj, when everybody was picking sides about the two female rappers from New York. Tasha K, I guess you can consider her a barb. So she took Nicki Minaj's side and started going after Cardi B. Now, supposedly, she picked sides, about everything. So that's why she went to court about this foolishness. She tried to get an interview with I just forgot her name, with Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj never gave it to her. So why did she go through all that trouble? When Cardi B reached out to Tasha K and asked her how could they settle the ordeal and for Tasha to stop slandering her, this is when Cardi B reached out to Tasha via Instagram, I believe, and said, hey, what can we do to settle this? What can we do to make sure that, we're both mothers, you're a mother, I'm a mother. Why don't we stand behind each other instead of going against each other? And Tasha K saw otherwise, so this is what she did.
What did I say?
Hold on, I gotta skip through all of this, to be honest.
Titties, saggy titties, no ass, no hips, okay? No weed, but you worry about me, bitch. You pressed. You done made a whole motherfucking song about me. You mad because the Lord, let me tell you this. And I don't give a fuck if they put a gag order on me. And I'm gonna say this right now. The reason the bitch is mad, okay? I know they're gonna put a gag order on me. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be an injunction. I don't give a fuck, but I'm going to get off. I'm not gonna get off the slide without saying this. The reason the bitch is mad is because she wants to fucking settle behind the scenes. We're both mothers.
But what's wrong with that? She wants you to stop. You didn't. So that's the reason why you owe her $4.1 million now. Well, 3.8 goes to her, but still. This is the reason why you're in the predicament you're in now. Because something that could have been settled 3 years ago came to this. It didn't have to. It didn't have to. But you chose otherwise, because just like every other ghetto, I might as well say the word. Well, no, I won't, because I'm really trying hard not to cuss on here anymore. So, just like every other ghetto B out there who, when someone tries to take the high road and they try to pull them back down with them, this is the activity that you get. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting as hell. Let's keep going.
You know, we've grown. We've you know, this is old. You know, so what will it take to settle? That's what the bitch is really mad about. And you know what I said? I said, no, we're not settling. We're not settling. You gonna pay me for everything that I fucking took out of my bank account to pay for this frivolous ass shit? No, bitch, you gonna pay me plus some.
No, but that's the thing. You didn't have to. When she reached out to you, look, Cardi B didn't have to do that. She could have just sent her lawyers after you around the time, which she pretty much did. And you decided to do something else. You said no, I guess, on the, or didn't probably really care that she hit you up via Instagram. And then you started to slander her more, such as this video right here. Or this video right here, I should say. I'm forgetting my placement on camera. Such as this video here, but you decided to do that. Guess what, Tasha? You could have been up 4.1 million instead of shelling out 4.1 million. In another video I'm gonna show y'all a little later in this broadcast, she says herself that, you know, she could have, if she does a video a month on YouTube, she can get like, what was the number? I think it was $100,000. So picture $100,000. What's that? What's that? 40 times? I should say. Let me see. Times 40. Yeah, $4 million. You decided not to. That's crazy. Let's see how many videos. So, okay, all right. That's weird. You's a weird individual. Let's keep going.
I know my lawyer didn't want me to say that, but fuck that. I pay my lawyer. So fuck that shit, okay? That's what that bitch is mad about, okay? She knew. Oh, I know this bitch is gonna relish in this. But the story I told about me sitting at the dinner table with some high-profile celebrities, oh, that shit was true. Offset wanted to beat the brakes off that white bitch pussy. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm not settling shit. Don't you? Go in the room. No. In the room. You ain't got nothing to get in my room. Nothing. You being nosy. Get out. I love you. You being nosy. Get in the room. So, yeah, that's what the bitch is really mad about. That's what she mad about. And I may drop the emails, too. That's what I'll do. So they'll put a gag on me saying I can't talk about the case. That's fine. Okay, but I'll still be able to report on that bitch. That's what she mad about, okay? Mad that I won't take the motherfucking videos down. Mad she been trying to prove, oh, this bitch is lying. This bitch is lying, so you get one motherfucking story, okay? You got...
You was. So, what's your point?
Little people, your little unexperienced bloggers, 2,000 followers jumping in my DM with information. How is that making up stories if you're sending them to my DM, bitch? How? Tatu, lurking.
We don't know the truth of this, so we're just going to take this as a grain of salt and say that she's lying. But until she shows proof that Cardi B reached out to her with all these salacious ass stories, then that's when we'll believe her. So let's keep going.
Shit, she's so nosy. Yes, everything is true. Everything that you read in those court documents is motherfucking true. And that bitch is pressed. Let me tell you, like, that's what she mad about. I'm telling you, I just got the emails, like, what? Since December. You know what? It's just, we're both mothers. We're both grown. We gotta, let this go. No, we're not letting shit go. We're not letting shit motherfucking go. And that bitch got real pressed when the judge went throw out my shit. Okay, so that's what you want to do? You want to send people with fake stories, and I knew they was motherfucking fake. I told Kyle, I'm gonna put the bullshit out anyway, and I knew that bitch was gonna go. I was just waiting on her. I thought she would go live sooner. I thought she would go live like right after the live. No, she wanted to let that bitch build. So now we building, bitch, and you continue to build me, bitch. Okay. Who said make them a wine? So yes, unexperienced motherfucking bloggers mad. That bitch ain't got not one motherfucking video. I'm gonna give her a motherfucking show and I'm gonna watch this bitch go live and put this goddamn text message out, okay? But 68% of my motherfucking stories, I talk to the fucking source. You dumb bitch.
Now, I'm glad that I put it on that point. Why wasn't any of her sources subpoenaed as well? Because obviously there's a digital paper trail between said people, correct? Text messages, emails, stuff like that. If the prosecutors really wanted to bury her, they can just go into her phone records. They can just go into her phone records. I believe she has an iPhone, and look, iPhone is only secure for us by Apple not seeing them. As far as the NSA, they see everything. Text messages, emails, monitored calls, all kinds of shit. They even know when you shouldn't. Facebook knows when you shouldn't. So, I'm pretty sure the lawyers can get access to phone records, Instagram messages, text messages, all kinds of shit. Just saying. Sorry.
Now, in a motherfucking taxi with no panties on and shit. Pussy probably itching like a motherfucker. That's why I made that title. That's why we made that title the way it was, me and Lovely T. Yes, your best motherfucking friend. I'm like,
that you fell out with. Let me stop this real fast. Can you like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're new? Hit that bell icon to all. Alright, thank you.
Where the fuck this is at? Yeah, she want to call black women roaches and shit. She want to call us nasty. Her and our bloggers. I think I heard one of the minute bloggers say the other day, black bitches carry all the STDs. I'm like, and these are the bitches that stick together. See, I keep it all the way motherfucking real. That's what y'all can't motherfucking stand. If I get something wrong,
there is a high majority of black women who have STDs. Just saying. Did I say something wrong? Let's keep going.
I don't have no problem telling you, but I knew that bullshit was bullshit. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give her a motherfucking show, and I'm gonna watch this bitch go live and put this goddamn text message out, okay? But sitting up, twiddling my thumbs, like, what can I make up on Cardi? Oh, I can say this. I can say, bitch, what the fuck? Ain't nobody thinking about you.
Got as far as going to court for defamation. Look, I'm just pointing out the obvious, y'all. It's just, I'm pointing out the obvious. I don't want y'all to think that I'm being slanderous myself or trying to create something that's not there. But I was there the night she said all this shit. I was there. Look, I watched the video between her and the girl Star Maria, which I will talk about later. She said everything that she's bringing up, she said. And she did. Let's skim through a little bit more. Hold on. Let her finish
like
this.
That. That's the problem. You want somebody to think about you like that. Because I'm telling you, if Cardi didn't have, I swear to God, if we didn't have makeup companies, I swear to God, if we didn't have ass companies, I swear to God, if we didn't have titty companies, this bitch wouldn't be nothing. Nothing.
I don't believe that because, it's a high rate of rappers now who have ghostwriters, such as Drake, Cardi B herself, Megan Thee Stallion, I believe. Damn near almost every rapper that you hear now has a ghostwriter. So, it's not really what she looks like, it's the talent as well. But, the what she looks like further drives the music. So let's go. I'll spend probably 2 more minutes on this.
It keeps increasing the motherfucking profile. That's what it does, okay? I don't mind 1 or 2 stories being fake. If it's for entertainment, it's for entertainment, okay? Just like Creflo Dollar. Just like that Creflo Dollar.
Hold on.
I'm
This
sure that
point
shit was
is
fake.
very
that damn little
pivotal,
boy.
and I think I went around it. Hold on.
That's what the fuck she mad about. She can't take this shit back that she started. She should have just sat back, okay, and had her fucking lipo done. That's exactly what she should have sat back and did, because a bitch ain't never had to have no motherfucking lipo to keep no black nigga. A nigga that you can't fucking keep with all that goddamn surgery you got, bitch. The only reason you divorcing him is because you trying to get in front of all the hoes he been fucking the entire time during quarantine. That's what y'all was fighting about. For real. For real.
Didn't Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce? Isn't that where Lemonade came from? Isn't that where Becky with the good hair came from? I'll talk about relationship goals. Y'all's relationship goals looks like that. It's the man who has an abundance of money, can be around whoever the hell he wants to, is fucking hoes. Now, what man do you know that ain't fucking hoes that's married? Hold on, let me backtrack that. I don't want to put that on all married men. What married men that y'all know that someone shouldn't have married, and y'all know that he's cheating? Like, come on now. Come on, man. I gotta give you the Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Wendy look good today. Did Miss Wendy look good?
Another victim of hers, Wendy Williams.
I'm just saying. So you go ahead and you keep feeding these bitches news about me, and guess what? It keeps increasing the motherfucking profile. That's what it does, okay? I don't mind 1 or 2 stories being fake. If it's for entertainment, it's for entertainment, okay? Just like Creflo Dollar. Just like that Creflo Dollar story. I'm sure that shit was fake. That damn little boy sent me that goddamn story. Absolutely. I don't know no nigga that can take dick 4 hours. I don't know.
All right. We're gonna end it there. Which I don't believe she means Creflo Dollar, but what was the other dude's name? Eddie Long. Eddie Long. That's how you gotta say his name. Eddie Long. Anyway. So, Cardi B also had a response to all of this dumb shit she was spewing, and this is what Cardi had to say.
Right, so there's this blogger lady that fucking hates the shit out of me, and I'm gonna sue her ass because I'm tired of her making up fake stories, harassing all of my friends. Like, this lady constantly stalk me. Everybody that she sees that I'm close to, or like comment back on the pictures, that she literally stalks them, and then she goes and claims that people are giving her information about me, says some disgusting things about me and my homeboy Schemo. Let me tell you something about Schemo. Schemo is the nigga that turned me hat when I was 16 years old, and I've been friends with the nigga for a long time. That nigga see me going in and out of relationship with niggas, and I see him going in and out of relationship with females. Up about me and my friends. You dumbass bitch. I'm gonna sue you for defamation of character. Because it's like, you know what? I let the bitch play and talk shit about me. But when you talk shit about my daughter, that's when I have a fucking issue with you. And I'm gonna, and that's the type of shit like, it's like you be letting these YouTube bloggers talk.
Fair use.
Man, shit, and you let it, but when they get out of.
Hold on.
Right, so there's this blogger lady that and I'm gonna on the pictures that she literally stalks them, and then she goes and claims that people are like comment back on the pictures that she literally stalks them, and constantly stalk me. Everybody that she see that I'm close to, or like comment back on the pictures that she literally stalks them, and then she goes and claims that people are giving her information about me, says some disgusting things about me and my homeboy Schemo. Let me tell you something about Schemo. Schemo is the nigga that turned me hat when I was 16 years old, and I've been friends with the nigga for a long time. That nigga see me going in and out of relationship with niggas, and I see him going in and out of relationship with females. Up about me and my friends. You dumbass bitch. I'm gonna sue you for defamation of character. Because it's like, you know what? I let the bitch play and talk shit about me. But when you talk shit about my daughter, that's when I have a fucking issue with you. And I'm gonna, and that's the type of shit like, it's like you be letting these YouTube bloggers talk mad shit, and you let it, but when they get out of.
Alright, it ended there, but she basically, the end of it was of her saying, I'm gonna sue you and take all your effing bread. That's what she said. That's what Cardi B said. Alright, so let's keep going. I'm making good on time tonight.
Man, everybody see you doing them clout, man. Fuck, you might as well fucking.
Okay, not yet. Not that one yet. But I'll keep it up. So, secondly, Tasha K had Cardi's old roommate, Star Marie, do an interview, which Tasha K booked her flight, hotel room, in I believe had a meal planned for her for one night, so Star could have a place to stay for the hotel and something to eat. So this is this story right here. Here we go. Or this is this video here. Hold on. It's not the exact video, but it's everything that goes, all the background information, basically. The exact video I didn't put up because it's Tasha's, and I don't want to get flagged.
If I was Bank Cardi, should have made her back with that $250. Man, please shut up, Star Marie. Please don't do that to me. What if she would have did that shit? You would have took the money? Or no? No! Tasha, listen, Tasha K offered me money to do the interview. I told her I don't want it. Oh, she did? Yes! I thought it was mine. Oh, I don't think it's mine because I heard shit, though.
Bombshell.
No, I told her I don't want no money. I'm good.
Alright, that's the end of that. So, let's keep going. Let me cue up the next video. Where is the start of it? Hold up. Let me get the cue of the next video real fast. And then I will continue. Alright. So, Star Marie was there to talk about Cardi's prior life before fame. Then Cardi had her lawyers to send not one, but 3 cease and desist orders via Georgia State Sheriff's Department to Tasha K's home in Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is right outside of Atlanta. I believe it's like an hour outside of, or 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. After that, she continued to slander, or in Tasha's words, dragged Cardi B. Furthermore, Cardi B sued Tasha last September 2021, and Tasha dragged Cardi B more, and that's the timeline. There's talks of Tasha K getting her channel taken down and setting a precedent for other YouTubers who dish the tea or wine in Tasha's case. So, will YouTube send out a notice to all of YouTubers about slanderous commentary and refer us to the section of community guidelines, rules of engagement, or in terms of service? Will YouTube crack down on bloggers like myself and others, even if we don't do slanderous commentary about individuals, private persons, and celebrities? Has this taught and showed us that with a slip of the tongue and no care is given, will we see more cases like this in the near future? Yes or no? During the trial, both Tasha and husband perjured themselves during the trial by going against each other by not knowing who was the president of the Kibi Studios, who answered emails, and who doesn't answer emails, and who has the wherewithal to make decisions to take down content. At the same time, Tasha K's lawyers during the closing arguments spent 1 minute and 1 second out of 20 minutes to close their end of the case in closing arguments. Cardi B's legal team used all 20 minutes. Wow. Now, with Tasha's statement Monday after the trial, could Tasha have started planning her upward mobility in the YouTube blogger sector by putting herself in the national headlines to make herself known to the gossip space, so she could start making more money? Could this just have been a springboard to help her get television looks such as BET, because she already has a prior relationship with BET? Hold on. She already has a prior relationship with BET. Or E News, and or is she trying to earn herself a seat on the show The Real, or other shows, new or existing? Just a thought, because she could have just wanted to get famous, because this shit has went international. I said I wouldn't cuss, but that was my first cuss word of the night. Although Tasha K and her legal team has the legal reasoning to appeal the decision of the jury in the court, will it matter, and does she have the economic means to do so, or will she just pay the 3.8 mil or the 4.1 mil? So people what have we learned today? The foolishness just doesn't get you the win, it puts you in the world full of losses. Big losses like taxes, legal costs, and possible Chapter 11 bankruptcy that I doubt that she can do. I guess Tasha and her husband should just pay up and shut up. But here's what Tasha had to say to address all the haters. And here we go.
Yeah, y'all know y'all worried about the subscriber count, but y'all know we have been through this before 5 times, okay? People get mad, they fluctuate, they want to go over here where everybody say go instead of making up their own mind to stay. Maybe they made up their own mind. It's all good though. But listen, I do want to say this, okay? And so let me tell you how this works when it comes to building an audience, all right? And so I haven't even hit the threshold that I'm going to hit, okay? So it's not something that happens in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, okay? And so we're going to be in this business for a long time, okay? Nothing will put us out of business, okay?
4.1 million, Mike, but you said you got it, so whatever.
When you're building something, you go through things, okay? You learn from those things, okay? And so there's 8 billion people in the world, okay? I literally have 1 million. I would say maybe, I don't know, 1.2, over 200 million viewers, okay? Haven't quite hit 1 billion viewers yet, but we're breaking through and we're building our audience, okay? And it's not something that happens overnight. You guys know, listen, if I'm the person that stands on whatever it is that I make my mind on. I don't fluctuate, okay? I don't move to other sides just because that's where it's popular. I was never that type of woman. I wasn't raised to be that type of woman, okay? And so I stand in my own. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? That's life, okay? And believe me, I've had my own share of trials and tribulations in life, okay? And so this is something that I got into. My husband sacrificed for us to do this, okay? I remember when we were in Maryland and I figured out that I wanted to be.
Who knew? She was here in the state of Maryland, which is the state I preside in. Who knew that she was here? What was he doing here in Maryland? It was the only thing. Oh, never mind. She gets to it.
A talk show host and on the radio. At first it was on the radio, but then I said, a lot of people say I didn't have the face for radio. There's a little joke about the radio, right? I didn't have a face for radio, which means I had the face to be on television, because a lot of people that go to radio typically aren't TV or radio, okay, face-wise, all right? And so that's not my saying. That's just this old saying that kind of goes around in the industry and stuff like that. And so when I figured out what I wanted to do, the moment I picked up a microphone, I knew that I would never put it down. Okay, it is my life. Let me tell you something. I could be tired before the show, and my whole family know when I'm on this microphone, I'm alive. I'm alive. Yes, I have a family. I have children. I love them. They give me energy. They take my energy away. But when you found your purpose and what you're supposed to do, there's nothing. It could be your worst day. You will get up. You saw me in that Brianna interview. I was like this, sleep and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
hold on. I don't know if you guys see the imagery. So her Wednesday statement, she was wearing all white. She's wearing white, but she has either a black dress or black pants on. What does white symbolize? Purity, right? She can't stop lying to us. She cannot stop lying to us. This is crazy. Let's keep going.
Still managed to pull through and get the questions and stuff that y'all needed so that y'all can enjoy yourselves when y'all come here. And so I remember when I was in Maryland, I was trying to go to, there was a broadcasting school in Maryland. Monique had went to the broadcasting school, but I don't think it was the same broadcasting school it was the same name, but I don't think they were having the same money coming in as they did before. And so when I went there, it was literally in a house, and I was like, I'm not paying no $20,000 to live in no house. And so we decided to, after me interning with radio stations and then getting employed with radio stations while being a server at Buffalo Wild Wings, and my husband was working in production. He was doing short films and music videos and stuff around the DMV area. Shout out to the DMV. I just thought it was very important to share this with y'all so y'all know that, listen, I know y'all saying Tasha keep going. I ain't going nowhere. I got a black man behind me, okay? And he ready for the fuck shit, okay? He's always ready for the fuck shit. And when I tell you he does not let me waver, even if I try to maybe doubt myself, he's right there to say, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. This is not what this is, okay? This is business. This is how things go, okay? And this is what you want to do. You're 40 years old, okay? So, after living in the DMV and stuff, him and I talked, and we literally uprooted our family because I was like, it's either got to be LA. I definitely didn't want to live in New York. I can't live in New York. I don't like, regardless of me talking to people all day, I don't like being around a lot of people. I'm really an introvert, okay? Even though y'all see me as an extrovert here because I enjoy it.
But you moved to Atlanta, another big and developing city where a lot of people are. Not only do a lot of people move to LA, New York, but they're also moving to both Miami and Atlanta, as well as Austin, Texas, and I believe that's the only place really in Dallas. So I don't know what you're talking about right there. That sounds like a contradiction, but let's keep going.
entertaining and educating and stuff, I enjoy being by myself because I learned so much. Like when I was a kid, I used to read encyclopedias and shit, like shit that people didn't want to do. Yeah, I was in ninth grade 3 years, but the teacher couldn't out fucking read my ass or outright my ass. Okay, and so my husband decided, listen, you want.
Who admits that? You was. Never mind. I'm not saying shit.
Move, we couldn't afford to move to LA. I said, well, Atlanta is one of the top 3 radio markets. This is when radio was popping, and he agreed to move us down, and he did, and he agreed so much that he said, okay, I'm gonna stay back here in Maryland while you and Tantu, we sold everything in our apartment. Tantu was around 6 years old. While you and Tantu, we drove down to Atlanta, lived with my best friend Ann. Shout out to Ann. For about 3 months or so, and then I ended up getting my own apartment. But my husband was paying rent in Maryland, high-ass rent in Maryland, and paying rent in Atlanta, okay? And taking care of the whole household, okay? While I was going around Atlanta looking for radio jobs. And I got some stuff, but they wanted me in marketing, and I was tired of doing marketing. I was like, listen, I know people will say you should take the marketing, but I worked in marketing.
Yeah. If you want to... I'm saying she's big now, but it's just learn marketing so you can learn how to market yourself, and then get into the other side of it, which is broadcast. It's a two-way street.
Whole life, okay. In between serving, I was always doing marketing, advertising, and stuff, PR. And so I decided, I said, no, I want my own show, and I stuck to it until I got my own show. Okay, I got my own show out of a station that Martin Luther King Jr. himself broadcasted out of. Okay, that's where I met Jasmine. Jasmine's been around since Tantu was 6 years old. She's almost 15 now. Okay, and so that's where I really got a lot of my education. I interned. Well, I was more. He was more of my mentor, Clark Howard. I don't know if you guys know who Clark Howard is. He is a consumer expert. He's retired now, but he was doing it how my husband and I are building it now. Totally independent, totally separated. We're paying for our own syndication, things like that, okay? No bots over here, no bot followers. You don't think I could buy followers and boom? But why? We want our advertisers to stay, and that's why a lot of our advertisers stay, okay? Is because the numbers are real and they're organic, okay? And so, he was my mentor, but it was another guy who worked for 96 Rock here in Atlanta. His name was Willard Arbor. You can find him on Facebook. His name is Willard Arbor, and Willard Arbor taught me everything about building a show. My husband, he heard the first show, and I remember saying, it was a show about real health, real beauty. It was about veganism and being healthy and how to minimize stress and, how to overcome depression and suicide. I had a lot of experts, cancer experts, just a lot of people that were in the arena to kind of give us what we needed on how to live better and how to cope better, things that I had learned and applied in my life myself. And so, I remember my first show. I know my husband was like, damn, bitch, I done moved you all the way back to Atlanta. I'm paying rent here, paying there. And he was like, you probably better go back to the restaurant industry. And I know he didn't mean it like that, but I took it like that. But me, I've always been the type that when somebody tells me I can't do something or I'm not supposed to do it, I go prove them wrong. Like that's my motivation. You don't understand. That's why I get off on these haters. I really do. That's why I love the videos, because like it's constructive criticism at the same time. I'm not wavering from my morals and values and integrity and stuff for anybody. Okay, so I take it.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
And I literally prove people wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my motivation. If I didn't have haters, I don't know where the fuck I would be. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you learn and you grow and shit like that. And so, after about a year of it, me being on the radio, I learned so much. Shout out to Willard Arbor and Clark Howard and everybody, Jasmine, everybody that is, really believed in me. You know what I'm saying? When You know, people didn't even believe in myself. Even shout out to my mom. My mom, I could be like, it could be the worst fuck show. My mom was like, you did good, baby. You did good. And I was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really kept me going. And so, and then my husband was like, okay, I see where this is going. And so, you know, even though my own radio show didn't work out at the time, that was my first lesson to prove to everybody that this is what I want to do. And I've been through the humiliation. I've been through the dragging. I've been through everything, guys. And nothing has stopped me and nothing will stop me because I know who I am. And I know you guys see, you know, a lot of stuff being said, but I just told my husband, I said, even though I've always known who I am, even after this recent experience, I really know who I am because I never wavered, okay? Like I said, there was no lies, there was nothing. Say this? Yes. Did you say that? Yes. You see what I'm saying? There was nothing. I didn't get, you know, I don't give a fuck about what people say about me, but to make a long story short, I do want to say thank you, okay? And y'all ain't got to worry about me going no motherfucking where, okay? We are here to stay. Regardless of the controversy is beneficial in a business like this, okay? And so every media site has gone through controversy, and you know, even shout out to Joe Budden. You know, I've dragged him on the show, but you know, he said, listen, put some respect on our name. You know, everybody is talking about us right now. Everybody, internationally. You know what I'm saying? And so that's everything that I fucking work for. My husband.
Okay, so you got yourself in this predicament just so you could get famous. If it's not obvious at this point, then shit, man, look. She basically did this because Cardi was a new artist around 2008, 17, 18, new artist, flourishing artist. So she decided to go against her because she was a barb. And Nicki's career really, I won't say Nicki's career was going down the drain, but wasn't a lot of people listening to Nicki Minaj like that. Especially around the time when she started getting with, when she got with Meek Mill. Not a lot of people was listening to her. So we all can bang the gavel now and say she purposely did this shit just so she could become what she calls a household name, as well as a international face of this blogger space. So this shit is crazy.
Sacrifice for my family, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what type of publicity it is, that's where everybody talking. And that's all we need them to do is continue to talk. And so, guys, thank you so much for all the love. And I want to assure you that I am not wasting. I am not giving up on anything that y'all have gifted me and my family. Okay? And with that being said, you know, I think I'm just going to end this, okay?
All right. So, I'm going to end it here as well. So, we basically can see that she purposely did all of this just so she can become famous, become a household name, become this infamous blogger to everybody. And she's willing to do all of this foolishness all over again with someone else. Wow. I don't see how she will want to do all this again. But ain't my damn money. So, everybody, I did good tonight. This whole video lasted 2 hours and some change, which usually I go for like 3 and a half. So I'm glad that it didn't go as long. But everybody who stopped by, who came to watch, who's still watching, thank you for coming, because, you know, I couldn't do it without you. Putting on my Tasha K. Anyway, everybody, check this out. We're about to get out of here. All right. So, if you hear the sound of my voice, please do not forget Saturdays I do my podcast, which you're watching now, called Marcus Speaks Live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, on Saturdays. As well, don't forget on Fridays I do a game stream of some marvelous games I've been playing lately. Just got done Halo. I'm thinking about doing a review for that. If you watched last night, thank you for coming through. Give me a round of applause for you guys watching as well. I think you guys please, if you can, subscribe to my main channel, Marcus Speaks, which you're watching this beautiful show, as well as my second channel, Marcus Speaks Play, where I only exclusively do game streams. You can also watch the game streams here on Marcus Speaks, but much rather you go over there and watch them on Marcus Speaks Play, as well as my Twitch channel, where I stream on Fridays as well. So please go over to www.twitch.tv, or if you have the app, just type in Marcus Speaks Play. You can see it on the screen. It's way now, use restream.com to broadcast this show. Like I do with all my other shows, I'm not being paid for this to promote them. I just like them. Some people like, what's the one? Streamlabs. Some people like StreamYard. I would say the one thing that StreamYard has over Restream is just they have scrolling text. So Restream, if you're watching, please put in a feature for scrolling text, so I won't have to say all this stuff every time. But I use Restream to stream to YouTube, Facebook sometimes, Twitch, and Twitter sometimes. So if you guys have any sort of recommendation for a story, a news article, anything, let me know. As well as a game recommendation or a show recommendation, something I can be doing during the show. Let me know in either the live chat, which is right in front of me, or in the chat section, or the comment section on the replay if you're watching this replay. Let me know, or you can hit me up in my DMs on social media, where you can follow me and find me on social media, on Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast, on Facebook at Marcus Speaks, which is my personal page. I also have a group page over there, Marcus Speaks Podcast. The way you can find that is either type in on the search bar on Facebook and type in Marcus Speaks Podcast, or type in your address bar if you want to do that quicker at www.facebook.com/Marcus Speaks PC. And Marcus is capitalized, the S in Speaks is capitalized, as well as the P in the C. Alright? And I'm also on Twitter at MarcusSpeaks25. My username is Marcus Speaks Podcast. Alright? So, check all those links out in the description box. Follow me, subscribe, hit the bell icon to all. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, I'm trying to get as big as Tasha K without all the slander and the bullish stories. So, help me out. Won't be disappointed. So, as well, drop a comment. Alright, I want to know how you guys feel about my broadcast and all my other shows. Watch all my other shows. This show, as well as all my other, as well as everything else, is in a playlist called Marcus Speaks Live Playlist. Alright? I will say I'm trying to bring Marcus Speaks Shorts back, like I said I was going to. So, one story will be coming to you guys soon. So, let me get out of here. I thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next week. And, love y'all. Peace out.